Hi all, my name is Subhash again. I'm talking to you from Skyrise International Academy, and I would like to give you some introduction to the IELTS speaking module. In this first session, I will be taking several other sessions on all the 4 modules of the IELTS test. You can also find me on YouTube. I'll be there on a page, on a channel called IELTS with Subhash. Now, talking about the IELTS speaking module, many students, I have taken interviews of many students, and they have been giving me different experience altogether about IELTS. So I would like to give you my outputs about how the IELTS speaking module works. IELTS speaking is all about being very natural. It's not like when you go with a prepared answer. When you usually talk to an examiner, when you're asked a question, you would if you start with a prepared answer, you would sound very robotic. You would also sound as if you are reading it out from a book. So it has to be very interactive, very conversational, I would say. For that, I would maybe like to give you some outputs. Let's say somebody is asking, where are you from? Usually we tend to say, yeah, I'm from this place. You just give out the name of a place. However, that is not the real case. When you take the case of the native English speakers, they would associate their own hometown with the nearest city, the known city, popular city, or maybe they would associate their whereabouts with the district headquarters. So I would say, if you ask me, where are you from, I would say that I am from Thalassery, which is around 25 kilometers away from the district headquarters, and the district headquarters is known as Kannur, which is a fairly good city. Now that is one thing. So whenever you give out your location information, you are supposed to make sure that you connect your location with a nearby town or city which is known. If you're from a small township or from a village. And then again, moving on to your maybe the second question would be about your education qualifications. So the second option, in which about the introduction part, should be about what are you. I have listened to many of the students, and they would usually say, I have a graduation in whatever, maybe science, or let's say information technology, or humanities, or commerce. I would suggest that you use it like, I'm a science graduate from this particular university, or you can say I have a master's in English literature from Delhi University, wherever university you belong to. So that would be a better option. Instead of saying I am a BA, I am an MA, you definitely have to say an MA instead of saying MA. I am a MA, it's not correct, because it is the vowel sound that matters. So if you say I am an MA, or for that matter, let's say I am an MLA, so it has to be an. Very often we make this mistake, though unknowingly we say this, but the examiner will definitely be listening to you, and every mistake that you make, every grammatical error that you make will be considered, not always counted, but it depends on the frequency of mistakes that you make. Actually, 1 or 2 mistakes, and if you're able to correct it then and there, then nobody cares. So that is the idea. Now you talk about, now after that, third option you would be talking about in your introduction part would be your work experience. You can say, I have been into let us say engineering or mechanical engineering. I've been into the hospitality sector for some time, hospitality trade or hospitality business for some time. So that is how. Then you can definitely, if you want to give out the number of years you were associated with that particular trade, you can definitely say, I've been into this thing for so many years now. So using a proper structure of English language, let's say when you say present perfect tense, when you now if you are not continuing to work anymore, when you use present perfect continuous tense, if you are still working there, and you've been working there from the past let us say 5 years. So you have to definitely use the present perfect continuous tense. And if you have stopped working, you can say that I have worked in this place, I worked with this organization. And you can also say what was your trade, what was your line of business, or what was your job profile there. That's another thing. That is the second the third thing. The fourth thing would be about maybe some of your let's say free time activities, I would say. Now whenever you talk about a free time activity, you should definitely have some kind of an idea. You should be able to tell the examiner what this thing is all about. Now let's say if you say that my hobby is reading books. So the examiner might ask you, what do you read? Who do you read? Okay, means you are supposed to give out the names of the writers. Let's say if you are, what kinds of books do you read? The types, there are different types of books. Now you say story books, there are story books, there are novels, there are travelogues, there are history books, mystery, fiction, crime, drama, thriller. There's so many types of books. For that matter, when somebody asks you about what kind of music do you like, so that will be like, you should definitely, if at all you are into music, if you are interested in music, you should definitely be able to give out the type of music that you like, and then maybe say one or two things about that particular type of music. Now there are different types of music, like you say, some people like I have found it with most of the Indian audience, like they would say, I like melodies. There is no particular type of music called melodies. Okay, now any song that is melodious is a melody. Otherwise, when you say I like traditional music, folk music, I like Carnatic, you say classical music, Western. When you say about Western, there are several types of Western music, like let's say rap, hip hop, reggae, trance. There's so many other types of music. So what type of music do you like? You can't just get away with by saying, you can't score anything by just saying that I like melodies. So these are some very common mistakes that we make when in the introduction part itself. So in the warm-up session itself. Now talking about your hometown, when you can say that I'm from a small township called so and so, and I'm from this, which is so much away from this particular place, because you like to connect it with a nearby city or town. And then you can say one or two things what your hometown is known for. Maybe let's say there are some delicacies that people like that this place is known for, or maybe some particular monuments. There will be some temples or mosques or churches. So your place is known for something, so you can take that. So you can definitely refer to that particular speciality of your place. Maybe some places are known for food, some places are known for some business, some particular type of business, some places are known for some customs, traditions. So these are the things, I think maybe one or two things you can definitely tell about your hometown.